Hi, Dr. Birchall here. Just wanted to take a moment to say hi to everybody. It's been 7 weeks since we've been away and we're missing you all. I hope that everybody is staying safe and your family as well as we're going through the current pandemic. We know this is a very anxious time. There's just a lot of uncertainty out in the world. Most people are feeling it. That's normal to feel that way. I think I keep coming to the conclusion at the end of my anxious moments that, we're going to get through this, we're going to figure this out, and life is going to get normal. And certainly there's more and more glimpse of pointing us in that direction. So hopefully we'll be seeing you soon. In the meantime, we wanted to take a moment to update you on what was happening at Dermacare, as well as give you kind of my take on what's happening during this pandemic. As far as the virus goes, we've learned a lot of things in the last 7 weeks. And you're kind of getting these two separate battling narratives on what's going on. This is horrible and the world's going to end versus this is nothing and we shouldn't pay any attention to it. And I think the reality of the situation is that both sides of that extreme have some validity to this. On one hand, numbers are coming out that a majority of people are asymptomatic or mild symptoms, and we're going to be fine, especially young and healthy. It seems like we can handle the virus like another viral infection, which we call colds, and so there's some truth to that we can get going on it. And that is true until it's not. There's another segment of our population in which this is a very deadly disease and is very devastating, and we need to take that seriously. And if everybody got sick at the same time, it would be an overwhelmingly scary proposition. So I think those two camps both have some reality of where this is at, and we just got to figure out how to navigate down that rope of keeping both of those truths in balance as we're figuring this out. I'm overall positive and optimistic. Human species is a very resilient group, and we're going to figure this out and figure this out together. And so I think after everything's said and done, we're going to get back to a life that has been fulfilling and energetic in the way we're used to living. So I'm hopeful and looking forward to the day that we can be talking about that in person. As far as what's been happening at Dermacare, obviously with the stay-at-home and shelter-in-place orders, we have had to restrict our business. That obviously causes a lot of stress and anxiety, especially as the business owner. I worry about staff and employees and how they're going to do it during this time, and so we are doing everything we can to navigate through this to maintain business integrity, as well as keep our staff and employees fed and doing what they need to do in their lives. So that's kind of what's happening at Dermacare. We remain hopeful from that perspective. We've had a lot of loyal customers in the past, and we anticipate that we'll be able to get back to doing business. While we've been checking in at the office, we've been getting several inquiries, both through email at info@dermacaresandiego.com, as well as through the social media channels on Instagram and Facebook. People have also been leaving messages, and we've been checking on those. And there's a few questions that seem to be coming up quite frequently. We've addressed some of these in a previous email in terms of procedures. Most procedures, we're not going to see any lapse in the effectiveness of the procedures by this break. We're just all anxious to get going and get back at things. Certainly Botox will have no effect, cool sculpting, hair removal, laser vein removal. There is just no break or lapse in ability to get good results by having this pause. The skin rejuvenation procedures, there'll be a little bit of delay. The long-term benefit will not be diminished at all. The height of the benefit might be dampened, kind of flattened peak, so to speak, but as we said before, we'll throw in an extra treatment once we get back rolling again, and we should be able to return that peak, in this case, back to the place where we want it to go. So we're, from a procedure perspective and results perspective, not much to worry about. Other inquiries we've had is when can we get going again? That is going to depend on the state and the county when they're going to be relaxing some of their initiatives and orders, and as soon as they're allowing us to start seeing patients, we'll kind of get the ball ramped up and get going again. With regards to that, while we've been away, we've had a core team that have been working to pay attention to those regulations to make sure that we're putting plans in place, getting the structure in place, the policies and procedures to keep the office safe, clean, and able to come back as soon as we're allowed to. Obviously, it being a medical facility, cleanliness and worrying about infections has always been high on our priority list, so that's not really a change for us. There'll be a few little tweaks here and there that we do to address the coronavirus. What's unique about that is it's spread by respiratory processes versus touch and the way some of the other infections that we worry about. But overall, again, cleanliness and infection is something we've always been very concerned about, so we're putting plans in place to take care of those. As far as when this happens, as we said, we're waiting for government regulation. I've been hesitant to put a date in terms of informing you guys, as this could change. So if we plan on it too soon, we'd have to call people and change. If we plan on it too late, we'll have to move it up. So we're just waiting, having everything ready to go so that when we get the green light, we'll reach out to you. In the meantime, if you have questions, please contact us, as we mentioned before, through the email, info@dermacaresandiego.com. You can IM us through our Instagram account. You can DM us. I guess we're DM through Instagram, IM through Facebook, EM through our email address, and we'd be happy to kind of respond to that. You can also leave a message, and we'll be checking those phones regularly. On a personal level, myself and my family have all been doing well. Everyone stayed healthy. I have 4 kids. All 4 of them managed to keep working during this. They've got jobs where they've been able to do that. So we feel very grateful at this point in time. Our granddaughter is doing very good, so that is good. As far as the staff at Dermacare goes, everybody remains healthy and vibrant. I think all of us, kind of as we talk and touch base, our sanity level varies from time to time, but overall people are doing good, and I know that I can speak for everyone here at Dermacare that they miss seeing the clients and your smiling faces, so we're looking forward to that a lot. One of the things I've been doing to maintain my sanity throughout the stay at home is working out in my yard. I love working on flowers. I kind of chuckling a little bit. I guess I like to make things beautiful. It's nice working with people most of the time during the office hours, but now that I have a chance to be back at home working on the plants and flowers. I've also discovered how to use Instagram. I know my kids are laughing with that statement, but Dr. Jeff Birchall on Instagram. I've been posting a lot of pictures of the flowers and the yards and the things that I've been working on, so if you're looking for something to do, feel free to check that out. So as we're waiting for government and the powers that be to open things up, we want you to stay safe and be healthy. Looking forward to seeing you again. Little story about one of our clients who's 98, and I think her attitude, she's just spunky, and I really appreciate it. And she called us up wanting to know when she could come in. She said, you know what, I've lived through polio epidemic, I lived through World War II, I'm 98 years old, I just want to get this done. When can I come and see you? And I think that perspective of there's been a lot of things in this world that have been tough. She's got through them, and we'll get through this too. And finally, in closing, my sister owns a hair salon back up in Canada, and I thought one of her posts, which we've also shared on some of our social media, but I think it's a fitting way to end here. To all our clients, we look forward to the day we can see you and take care of your needs, but most importantly, we look forward to talking to you again. Stay healthy and stay safe.